Welcome back to Whatever Garage, where we're working on the 56 Chevy truck and all of our parts have arrived for the suspension. So let's get started. Now we have ordered from everybody and their brother. We have Amazon, LMC Truck, Rock Auto, more Amazon, and the biggest one, Classic Parts and Classic Industries, but I don't see that box. Oh, it's right here. Alrighty. So before we unpack, I need to push out the bushings in all the leaf springs, and then we're going to rebuild the leaf springs. Okay. Test. Okay, we got volume. All right. Yesterday, I punched out the 4 remaining bushings. Didn't show it because it went real easy, okay? And plus there's no room over there for anybody to see, barely enough room for me to get in there. And then what I did was I clamped this, knocked the pin out. It only took a couple of whacks to make it loose, and then I was able to get it out, okay? We got all new pins, not to worry about that. Now, what I wanted to do was to break this apart because I have somewhere in one of these boxes, here we go, some stuff to put in between. I saw the plastic stuff they have, and it was like 25, 30 bucks for to do one leaf spring. And then for this, I think I got that for half the price, but this is neoprene, but it's an 1/8 inch thick, and says you can use it for this. I'm afraid I got it too thick. I'm afraid it's gonna be too big unless it squishes down really well. But, ooh, that stinks. Ooh, smells. You ever smell, go into a tire store? It smells like all that rubber. Yeah, that's exactly what that smells like. Anyway, I'm babbling. Let's go ahead and take these off. Just because I want to take it apart. Oh, that actually compressed it down pretty damn well. Look at that. Look at that thing spread. Look, watch out, look at that. I hate that shit. Okay, number 1. Here's what we're gonna do. Get all this shit out of the way. I love how this Corvette has become my let's just put everything on it Corvette. That's my own fault. Nope, not the hammer. Nope, not the drill. Right now, I'm going to leave this one over here. I'm going to see how much room this is going to take up. I'm going to try and keep them in order. Not try, we are going to keep them in order. Oops. Then we get to this one. And that's obviously been pressed back close. We need to knock it open. Hold on. I did this, forgot I didn't turn the camera on. I'm just prying it open a little bit. Trying to get them out. Come down here and really pry. Can't tell if it's working. Maybe, just maybe. I gotta do it this way. Yeah, I'd say so. Now this one's weird. This one loops over, full of grease. Okay, looks like 1 per table. All right, step 1, we took it apart. And what we'll do is, I am gonna clean these up a little bit. That's just some surface rust. We can knock that right the hell off. All right, no need to show it. I'll be back in a flash. First coat of paint on these. Like I said, didn't bother showing you. You've seen me do that stuff before. We're gonna take this one apart. This is going to be, I believe this is driver's side. Let's see if it's got a fresh cut on it. This is driver's side. We did passenger side. There we go. One, two, three, and I'm gonna clean the table back off. Don't worry about that. Four. Make sure we keep everything directional so it goes back together smooth. And then that. All right. Now we clean it. All right, one of the other things I did that changed my mind was this drag link. I was sort of worried about it because this side's really stiff, that side's really loose. So I bought a new one from Rock Auto. I think it was Rock Auto. I don't know. But anywho, I'm definitely going to replace it with this one because she's got the covers on them, the little caps. Oh, there they are. You can barely see them. All right, does come with them, so we'll fix those up. What is this? Warning. Please read the safety instructions below prior to installation. Okay, we will do that. But the other thing I bought were what I thought were end links here, but they're different. Way different. And I don't like them. The new ones. I think they're incorrect. They're not like these. These are probably originals. But these look like any tie rod end you would get nowadays. So those weren't a problem. I'll just stick these on the shelf. Who knows? We can use them for something else one day. These weren't that expensive. Oops. But there goes a cotter pin. Put that back in there. All right. Let's throw a little paint on this one so she looks pretty. All right, as you see, those are flipped over and painted. These are flipped over and painted. Well, can you see? There you go. Now, I'm gonna let them dry overnight, and then tomorrow we're gonna put in the insulator, and we have new center pins. This is the original. Actually, it's not as rusted as I thought it would be. I thought it would be worse. But then this is what they sent me to replace it with. Just a wee bit taller. Guess it's a cut to fit kind of thing. Looks like the same diameter. Hope it's the same diameter. Let's see. Yep. That's tight. All right, it will go through all of them, so I don't care that it's longer. We put them through, cinch them down, cut them off. All right, put this one back over here. And with this stuff, goes in between each one. Hopefully, we can get it back together with no change in how it works. And then these are the clamps I got. And I don't know if I want to use them because they look a little different. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, they're sturdy, but it's like you put it over and under like that. Goes in like that and then clamps it down. But you're limited. You are limited to where you can put these because this would be too thick to get in the middle. So hopefully this will work on the end ones. We will see. Don't know. Let's see how many we got here. Should be 4. I think I bought 6. just based on what I had seen earlier. I may be wrong. All right, I got 4 here. I think that's enough. I think this one's missing 1, that one's missing 1, that one's missing 1, that one's... One of them's missing 2, and I have another box of these over there. So we should be covered. All right. On that note, see you in the morning. All right, it's next day. It's raining, so there may be a little bit of background noise. And I am trying to get this undone so we can put these things back together. All right, this is the material I told you I got. First one, I guess I need scissors. All right, you can actually see the indentation in this leaf spring of how long it needs to be. So let's say, I don't want them sticking out. Let's say right there. See how well we did. Cut it 1/4 of an inch short. How did you do that? You know what? Let's try it anyway, because this is gonna go right there. Good job. This is gonna go right here. Oh, and they don't have holes in them. Duh. I gotta make holes in them. So if I put it there. Pokes through pretty easy. But what I want to do is just make a little pilot hole, and then we'll get the drill and drill it out. So let me do that for all of these. Be right back. I wanted to do one completely, so I knew exactly what I was doing. Took me a little while to get it, but I got it. This original one barely works. This one does not work anymore because it's not enough room to clamp it. I used one of my new ones here, and then we have this one here. And I probably should have put this one up here. Wait a minute. Now I have 3 on this side. All right, well, apparently I made a mistake. But I can take that off. It's not thick enough or long enough to go up here, but I'm gonna order some other ones since these seem to not be working now. But anywho, we got it back together. It looks good. It can go on the vehicle like this, and then I can adjust those or replace those as needed. Because once I put the U-bolts on, it'll cinch this all together. And I'm not cutting this yet, just in case I have to take it back apart. But anyway, that's 1. 3 more to go. The first 2, or the front end leaf springs, are done. I'm now going to break apart these leaf springs, and then we'll put them back together. And this one's missing 1 clamp also, but it looks like it has these, which would be a hell of a lot easier to do. I'll have to order those if that's what's missing from here. I saved you some of the beating and banging, and I splayed out the 2 end clamps and undid this. Still going to be a little bit of beating and banging. For that. And now for this. Ow. Nope, finger. I need vice grips. Voila! Ooh, that one's hot. And it's in my fingers. Let's put her on the floor. Here we go. All right. Keep stuff in order. So much for the new paper. I'm already ripping it. All right, there's your rear leaf spring. Ta-da! First side's painted, first coat. I gotta do another coat. But I was going through these, going through all the bushings. These are for the front. They have the greasable ends. And something I'm noticing. Oh, they're slightly different. The ones I have an angled Zerk fitting, whereas these are straight. I'm fine with that. And these actually look like bolt-in, whereas those were not. Okay. Okay. And I think I'm missing I do not have the rubber bushings or the rubber pads that go in between them, unless that's just on the shackles. I don't know. Let me double check. I think I'm missing the rubber pieces. So I remember seeing them on these when I took them off. There's one rubber piece on, no, that's a washer. That's not even a rubber piece. There's no rubber pieces on these. Now, why wouldn't they send them if you're buying a whole bushing? That makes no sense. All right, I was going to put one of the leaf springs in first and then show you on the second one on how to do it so that I would know myself. But I've already run into a problem, and let me show you. Okay, this is the front one. That's the back mount, which was the easy part. You come up here and you have the shackle, okay? You think, oh, that's simple enough. Well, this is also supposed to be on the other side, another one, and then you connect them with this. But here's the problem. It's hitting the very top of the leaf spring, and so it's not going straight across, it's going at an upward angle. It is off by about 1/4 of an inch, this hole is. So if we had to drill out that much more, it would work. So there's our problem. So I stopped. You can see if you look here, when it goes through straight, it hits right there. Okay? That's our problem. And it's not like that can go down any farther. That's just pretty much it right there. We move over to here. I have the other part here, and I was going to drill out a little bit here so it would go up more. That's my thought. Don't know if it's the best idea or not, but it's the only thing I can come up with. It did work. I was able to route it out just a little bit, and then I got my Dremel and finished it off. So this sits flush and it locks in. Okay, I haven't tightened it up yet because I want to make sure I don't make any more mistakes. All right, so there we go. Now we have to do this side, and I'm gonna put you down and let you watch. It's going to be the rear bushing. Take it out. Okay, there is nothing else in here. Get rid of that. All right, first thing I need is this. So unscrew it. That bushing off. Put this back together so you don't lose any parts. And then we're going to set it back here. All right. This one's going to go in here and screw in. This needs to go in there. And for that, we're going to use the press. But before we do that, we're going to take apart this one. This is the front one. Okay. And it comes wrapped up, nothing in there. Get rid of that. Sasha, there's not enough room over here for us, baby. Just me. Okay, good girl. And they're oiled up. Okay, so what we need out of this is the bottom bushing, this one, okay? So let's take this apart. And no, there is no washer. Okay, I was wondering if there was a washer that went with this. There is not. All right, so we'll put this down. And then we're going to take, well, here we go, the other. Thank you, Sasha. Quit licking me, baby. All right, these unscrew. And then this one's gonna go in there. All right, so let's go over to the press and I'm gonna press these in. Be right back. First, cause it's the easiest. Doesn't mean it's easy, it's just easiest. Need my hammer. There we go. All right. This one is supposed to just slide in. Oh, there we go. All right, once she gets to this side, then she screws in. Just like that. Let me get the drill and the wrench. Making sure she's lined up. Yep, she's in. She's going in. All right, for some reason that's not going in very well. The other one went in fine. Make sure to mess up the threads. Nope, they're beautiful. Which means the threads on this side are probably messed up. Let's see. Yeah, it goes to a halt. Okay, the other side did not do this. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. Threads look fine. Just dirty. Oh, wait a minute. All right, we got one area that's chewed up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's find out what thread this is. I don't think I've got anything big enough to do this, so. As usual, we had a little disaster occur. Minor. But I'm hoping you can see, if it'll focus in, there is a crack that runs the whole length of that shaft up to right about, well, I can't do it, right about there. I tried to force it in. Well, not force it in. I was riding it in, out, hoping I could maybe straighten up the threads. But no, as you see, it ate the threads and then cracked this thing. So I got to order a new one of these and then figure out how I'm going to fix the other end where it's threaded and the threads are botched. I don't have a tap and die big enough, and I don't know what thread this is. So I guess I'm gonna have to get online and do some research. Let me go ahead and put this bushing in. And this is the only way I know how, because that's how I did the other one. Tap it in. Except we want to do it straight. Et voila. Something went right. All right, then you screw the middle part in, obviously, like you see. Right about there. That's about middle. All right. And put your little rubber ends on. Need to do that to that too. All right, remember, I've already pressed the bushing in on this one. So let's push. Grease fittings go to the outside. roll it in. All right, now put your little rubber bushing on. Oops. All right. Why isn't that going on? Huh, that's weird. Okay. Let me do this side. And we know we're going to have to adjust these. I'm just putting them on, hoping maybe that these fit. But we know they won't. Nope, runs right into it. All right, so we now need to drill these out. Or at least, yeah. All right, I'll be back. Let me drill them out real quick. I just finished routing this one out. And she fits. And the square goes in. I was able to use the router for that. So we can tighten her up. Well, no, we can't tighten her up, not until it'll be a couple of days before we can get back to that part. I have to order the new part. So from here we move to the rear. But to move to the rear, we have to be able to put, the suspension is done, except for the liner that goes in between. I don't have that yet. It'll be here this afternoon. So later this afternoon, we will get back to this. Since I can't do anything else right now, I'm going to cut off these old engine mounts. Should have done it before we epoxied it, I know, but I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to mount this thing. Now I do. And I have a new cross member to go in here. So let's cut it off. Hammer time. Ugh. Well, she's apparently still welded pretty good. Oh, there we go. That was a solid chunk. There we go. All right, good job. Well, okay job. Just good that you got it done. How about that? All right, I did not call it quits. I kept playing with it. I cleaned out the threads as best I could and was able to get the broken bushing to go in. I've got a new one on order. This is just temporary so I can start setting everything else up. I hate quitting. We are a step further now. I have the front axle mounted, have the new U-bolts, shock mount. Now it's very loose. I don't have it tight yet, but I just wanted to get it up there first, make sure everything was gonna fit. Is beautiful. Let's look at it from the front. Well, minus the 2x4 going across it. But there you go. She's coming back together. All right, it's the next day. I have the stuff in to finish the leaf springs, little cushion in between. I have that. I was also looking through my pictures that I took before I took the suspension apart on how everything went back together, and realized I put the shock mounts in backwards. The one on the driver's side needs to be on the passenger side, the one on the passenger side needs to be on the driver's side. Minor detail. So we're going to get to that in a minute. I think what I'm going to do now is I do have the original wheels that go on this vehicle. I'm going to use them just as rollers, because remember I said at least two of them probably won't even hold air. We'll see. But I'm going to clean them up, paint them, and get them ready to put on the vehicle. While they're drying, I'll be putting everything together. All right, let's get to it. I was paying attention to the pictures to see how this was supposed to go back in. And this is actually facing the right way. Let's see if we can do this without scuffing up all the paint. All right, that's how that's going to go when we bolt on the drum brakes. That bolts to the back of the drums. I've got that bushing mounted or placed in. I haven't even attempted that one yet. I'm still working on the other side. I can't get the pin that seats it in. I can't get it to get in flush. Something keeps blocking it, and I'm not sure what. So I will continue to work on that. Here's the finished product of the wheels. Now they've got to overspray because, well, I don't care. I just want them to look halfway decent while they're sitting in the car in the garage. All right, I'm hoping I got both of these in view. These are on the wrong sides. So we're gonna take these off and switch them out real quick. Easy does it. Now, after going back and looking at my pictures, that's how I determined this was wrong. Let's get all this crap out from under here that doesn't belong. Hold up. All right. Oh, there we go. That's the way. I like it. And there we go. That looks a little bit better. It looked like it was sitting way too low. I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish up the front end and get her on wheels, and then we will move to the back end, because I realize I still haven't cleaned and repacked the bearings. All right, come on. What's the malfunction junction? There we go. And then the best part about all this is, once we get everything back on wheels, we can get these stupid cables and ropes from going across my shop. Okay. And we know all problems can be solved with a hammer. Case in point. All right, that'll hold it. Good job. The one thing I forgot to do was to buy a new seal for the front. I need the seal for the back. Did not buy one. but we are going to motor ahead because I want to get these wheels on today because we need to get onto a Corvette video soon so I can stay on track. Like I said, all I wanted to do was to get this suspension put together so we can roll it out of the shop. That's my goal for today. Why? Because I've spent way too long on this today, or this week. Oh, that's not the right one. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So this is the passenger side that we're going to clean up real quick. Try to clean up real quick. That's going to take some doing. Just let it sit. Like I said, I don't have this seal, so all I'm going to be able to do is to clean it up and repack it from in here. And it looks like somebody has beat the hell out of this. Great. Okay, so we know this is going to be temporary until I get the other one and we replace it. Maybe next video, maybe next year, who knows. Definitely before we get her on the road though. Okay? But in the meantime, I'm just going to sit here and dig out grease and dirt until I'm satisfied. Well, that went somewhere, I don't know where. And I'm not going to bore y'all with this. I'll show you. Well, you know what? Let me do show you this. Well, you can't see it now. I have the other side, the other bearing, sitting in grease or in gasoline right now, eating away at the grease so that when I repack it, we have fresh grease. Okay? Let me bring you back when I have this clean. There you have it. One clean, repacked, half-assed bearing, or drum with bearings. See the little side parts repacked, cleaned up, ready to go back in. But we've got one more to do before we can do that. Let me do that real quick. Here we are. I forgot to take that one off. We're gonna put the plates back on, but I forgot to take off the hose. These are no good. Well, they may have been good at one time, but not now. And we still have all this stuff to replace, but we don't care about that right now. All we care about is getting this stuff back together. Okay, now the fun part is obviously the little ones go up top. I'm trying to remember where these go. On the bottom, I believe. That would explain why they're so long, right? Yep, let's do that. Trying to remember. The bolts in the back. Let's do that. Okay. Just got to be a little more forceful with it. Okay, remember, we're taking these back off because we're going to need new bearings. This side, not so much. The other side, yes. And those bearings are corroded. Like I said, this is just so we can get to the next stage of our project. I'm not tightening it yet. I'm just getting it to go through here. See, See, she's still loose. It was just having a hard time getting it to go on there for some reason. All right, that one may have been tighter than I anticipated. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, now the next part. I believe, and see, there's where you made your mistake, dum-dum. Yes, yes, yes. I heard you. Should have listened. Guess I should have cleaned these. All right, what are we missing? A hammer. That's what we're missing. Ta-da. Ta-da. All right, then we have this little bastard. And here I thought they were gonna comply. All right, there we go. Let's continue. 3/4. That is going, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Keep that like that. Let's move to the other side. Let's see if we can do that any better now that we know what we can and cannot do. That's really getting aggravating. I don't know why it's a lot louder this this fall. Oh, crap falling on my roof. Hold on, where is it? There she is. Anybody see what I did with the socket? The 5/8 socket? See, I spend more time looking for my damn tools than I do working on this shit. Okay, I painted the floor black and my socket is black. So, deductive reasoning would say, I'm just not seeing it. Well, screw deductive reasoning. Anybody see it and I just don't see it? It's not my pile of tools. It's not under me. It's not on my gun. Oh, it's always something, isn't it? No, wouldn't it be something if it was stuck to the back? No, because I did it from the front. Let's look and see if it's actually on there. Wouldn't that be funny? Ha! Found it. Still attached to the other plate. How about that? I will be interested to see if I have this on correctly. I don't believe I do, but that's just me. Because actually, that's where the steering box goes. All right. Nothing else matters right now. We can at least turn the wheels. I hope the hell this is correct. Okay, on there tight and loosen. Once you turn, yeah, a little more maybe. Okay, perfect. Now, remember, not cotter pinning this because I got to replace the bearings. All right. One side done. Let me do the other side and we will move, spider, we will move to the back. Onto the back. I have one more bushing in here that I forgot to knock out. And it's rusted all to hell, so we definitely don't want to reuse it. So, I have a 9/16. That's just about perfect. We'll see. Ow. Maybe not. Other side is soaking in PB Blast. This side, we need to put this one in. Love that. All right, where's the hammer? Who knows if it makes a difference, but I'll put a little PB in there. See if she goes in any better than the other one did. Ooh, that does not look pretty. I just could be wrong. Now, if you have to excuse me, I'm going to have to put my butt towards you. That went beautimous. Absolutely beautimous. All right. For that, let's put this on there. Boop, boop. And this one. Here's something I didn't really pay attention to. Am I gonna be able to get above that? Oh, yeah, I am. Stay there. Now, not unlike, I didn't pay attention, or I didn't remember when I took it apart. And this, in the diagram I looked at, and in the pictures, showed the shackle on top. Okay, shackle on top. So let's see. Oh, and we don't know if we're gonna have to adjust these or not. If we are, I'm calling it a day because I don't really care to do that today. I'd rather go to lunch. It's funny how one side fits better than the other. Easy does it. Okay. Hold your breath. Oh, it worked. It worked. All right, that's going to have to do it for this episode. We're out of time and I'm out of patience. We did not get as far as I wanted to, so there will be a part 2 when we finish the rear end. And then I'm going to put in the steering column, part of it with the steering box, to get all this tied back in. But let me show you. We did get the front end done, got the wheels on, got the motor mounts cut out. I have one leaf spring installed completely in the back. The other one is halfway installed. Let me show you the problem. Here's the problem. Well, this isn't. I was using this to try and pound this out. I can't get this bushing out. It has not budged at all. And I'm sort of at my wit's end. And I know the next step is going to be to heat this whole thing, which is going to suck because I epoxied it. So it's going to burn off the epoxy. But that's probably the only way I'm going to get this out now. I have spent countless, I wouldn't say hours, let's say minutes, trying to get this out to the point where I'm about to have a stroke. So, because of that, we can't finish this week. But we will continue. Next video will be Corvette stuff, both of them. So again, I would like to thank you for tuning in, those couple of people who actually did. I know my Corvette people aren't into the Chevy trucks apparently, but it's still building something. You'd think you'd be interested in it. But anywho, doesn't matter. I appreciate y'all that do show up. Thank you. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Give me your tips on how you think I should get that bushing out. Remember, the next time I'm going to do it, I'm going to use heat. But since I can't find my torch, I have to go buy a new one. I've searched this shop high and low, and I can't find my torch. And I know there's one in here somewhere. I just don't know where. But anyway, that's a me problem. Thank y'all for watching. This is Whatever Garage. Out.